episode today is dedicated to Jay. He actually requested that we do an episode on Joe the Cannibal. So here we go. This is Hold My Sweet Tea. Hey, it's J Day. And I'm Pearl.
And I'm Holly. And we are having a J-centric episode.
Yeah. This is what happens when listeners ask us to do stuff.
We're going to pump you up.
Yes.
It's all about Jay today.
And a
cannibal.
Yes. And while we're being silly at the beginning of this, I want to bring up that we had a ton of YouTube comments that for some reason we weren't notified we had. So I finally saw all of those.
Right.
And someone got upset because we were singing It Wasn't Me stuff in the beginning of one when we were talking about the Murdaugh.
Right.
case.
And we were talking about Alex Murdaugh.
And she's like, oh, that's so disrespectful. Well, I just want to point out that I have zero respect for that man in particular.
Exactly.
There are moments before every episode where we act a little goofy. There are moments after every episode where we act a little goofy. And I'm going to tell you that if I didn't act goofy in those two moments, my entire life, I would feel like shit.
Right, because that's our personality, and that's how we're going to act.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to tell y'all, when my grandmother died, who was like another mother to me, I made jokes at her funeral, not out of disrespect, but out of that is the way I handle bad shit.
Right.
Because if I don't find a way to bring myself some sort of levity, I would live in a depressive hole. Like, our world is fucked. I don't know if the rest of you don't realize how fucked it is. So I'm not being disrespectful when I make jokes. And we've told you guys this in our, like, when we first started podcasting, it's just the way we are.
Right.
If it's something that makes you uncomfortable, don't listen to us.
Right. But
it's easy.
Everybody deals with traumatic things and in general in different ways.
Right.
Both of us deal with it with like this just weird sense of humor, but also we know when to be serious. And the rest of that episode was
very
strictly serious.
And we spoke about, you know, the person who was convicted of the stuff in that episode.
Right.
And their family. And we were very
careful.
Right.
Yeah.
With how we handled the episode itself.
But we were talking about Alex Murdaugh, who is a complete piece of crap for killing his wife and son.
And is basically
allegedly, apparently,
getting a retrial where they've thrown out all the evidence that proves he was in that dang building with
Which
them.
is why we sang It Wasn't Me.
Yeah. So here's my deal. I have nothing but respect for victims and their families.
Absolutely.
And everyone else that this resonates into. Do I have respect for the people who did it?
Nope.
Especially once they've been convicted of doing it. No.
Nope.
I personally don't believe, like, you have a mental problem. It needs to be dealt with.
Yes.
I will be couth about it at that point. But I don't owe a convicted killer respect.
Nope.
At all.
Right.
So I just wanted to clear that up.
And that is her TED Talk for the day.
Yeah. And, you know, they're like, oh, all the laughing, all the whatever. You're right. I laugh a lot.
Yep, me too.
Because it makes me feel better. It's not because I think what happened is funny.
Right.
At all.
But we got a lot of positive comments.
Oh, yeah,
we are
tons.
so sorry that we haven't talked about those. But like she said, we weren't notified. For some reason, it's not
For
sending
months.
it to our email.
Which is weird.
So when she went back and checked, she's like, oh my God, there's so many comments. So thank you all for leaving comments and like kind words and things like that.
Yeah.
And even if you are leaving words of critiques and criticism.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it at all. I just wanted to clarify.
But she wanted, yes, we're going to clarify like the way we are standing, because we're the ones speaking, we're the ones saying it. And like she said, if you don't agree with that, you don't have to listen. But we do really appreciate the ones of you that do listen and understand where we're coming from, because everybody has a personality and this is just ours.
Correct. And how we handle all the bad shit.
Ask our children. We roast them every day.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, my daughter posted on my birthday about me being her biggest bully. Mm-hmm. She knows that I'm playing with her. It's out of
love.
And it is completely out of love. And she messes with me hard back. Yep. And it's like, it's just the way we are.
Yep.
Because I'm going to tell you, my life has been rough.
Yep.
And if I just lived in that roughness, y'all would hate me.
Then you would have mental issues.
Yeah, I would.
Like things that
bad
are going.
ones.
But that's your therapy, and that's how you handle it.
I might be out there killing people at that point.
You are a cancer.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. I am likely to become one if I don't laugh. So, bear with me as I giggle sometimes.
Absolutely. But on a lighter note, blessed be the emotional support coffee that I have this morning, because it is almost the 4th of July, and
may the caffeine open.
May the caffeine open. There we go. That's what. Praise be the coffee bean.
That's right. So, and now we're gonna get like totally beat up for being that way.
Right. And
it's
also, we know we ruined beef jerky for everybody. So we're about to ruin some other meats.
Yeah, just in time.
Just to give you a warning, if you do not want to listen to anything about cannibalism, then go ahead.
Don't listen to this episode.
Don't listen to it. You've been warned.
Because here it goes.
I haven't heard it yet, but I know I'm going to be grossed out. So let's go.
And lucky for you guys, it's coming out after the 4th of July. So your barbecue is safe.
Right. And also, just to say, after the 4th of July, on July 5th, it is officially spooky season.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm here for it.
I mean, it's always spooky season.
Right. But officially, we're done with all the lame holidays. Now we can get into spooky season.
Get into the cool stuff.
Yes.
So before we get into the cannibal that Jay asked us to cover, I saw something that came out on June 24th, like a news article that I just wanted to share a little bit of, and it is out of Budapest, Hungary. So there is a hospital worker that has been accused of stealing human remains from work. He's also stealing human remains from what would be considered abandoned cemeteries. So I guess they're not in active use any longer.
But still, you're disrupting remains, kind of like my Jonathan Gerlich episode.
Yeah, but he's not selling anything. He is preparing and eating them as meals. It's a 30-year-old man, and what they arrested him on was suspicion of illegal use of a human body.
Gross.
They said that during their search, they found a prepared human face, facial skin, some bones stored in a suitcase, an entire lower leg, a brain, a hand, a whole head, several skulls, and a heart in a jar. They are unsure, however, if that heart that was in a jar was animal or human.
Well, I mean, at this point, does it really matter? I mean, he's got human remains in his house.
Yes, that don't belong to him.
That don't belong to him. He was saving those bones for some bone broth later.
You know?
He's like, keep it healthy, bone broth.
So, upon interrogating this man, it is alleged that he said he's particularly attracted to human body parts and has actually consumed them in various ways.
Fava beans and a Chianti?
You know, the police are actually referring to him as the Hungarian Hannibal.
Ah! I knew it.
Since you said that.
I knew it.
His name is not released at this point or anything else, so that's an ongoing investigation. I just felt like I could share the wee tidbit. Right. You know, since we're talking
about I'm over here cannibals. Eating yogurt while you're doing it. You see, it doesn't faze me. I'm like, whatever.
No, me yogurt. Yeah.
Got to get my protein in for the day.
So, on to Jay's recommendation.
Jay.
I'm sure he's probably listening at work going, it's me.
It's me. This episode's about me. Or for
Jessica.
Me. No. Right? It's me, Jessica. I love that.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, Jay. Here we go.
All right. So, from Hungary to Maryland we go. Joe Metheny. He's a serial killer who claims to have sold his victims' remains in barbecue sandwiches. Yep. So Joe's not just eating people, Joe is serving them up to you.
So kind of a Sweeney Todd situation.
Right.
Lovely.
Now, he is claimed to have killed 10 people. There's something else that says 13. But apparently, he's only been convicted of 2 murders and 1 kidnapping.
Only.
He had murdered and was convicted of killing these women, 2 women in Baltimore in the mid-1990s. These 2 women are Kathy Magaziner and Kimberly Spicer. He was a rather large man. I say he was because he was actually found dead in his cell in 2017. But he was nicknamed Tiny because that's how it always goes, doesn't it?
You got these big guys and they're like, oh, I'm going to call you Tiny.
Right. And when he was caught, he, like, part of his confession to police was that he's a very sick person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I find it interesting that they realize what they're doing is not okay.
Yeah.
Yet that doesn't stop what they're doing.
Right. They don't go try to seek help or anything like that. It just, I think, fuels them more. They're like, well, now that I've come to terms with what I'm doing and I know it's wrong, I'm just going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And during his confession to Magaziner's murder, he actually told detectives he got a rush out of it. He got a high out of it. Now, He would describe how after killing the women, he stored their flesh in a freezer. And that he then opened up a little open pit beef stand,
Blech.
Is how he put it.
So this is why I have issues eating things from, like, somebody's house or, like, something local like that, because I'm like,
what's really going in there?
And not all restaurants are, like, compliant as they should be.
Right.
But, like, you can kind of at least
hope and pray.
Hope and pray.
Like, y'all don't know what you're eating. You have no idea.
Right.
You never know. I mean, now, we had a restaurant. I did not feed people.
No.
I didn't feed people cats or dogs either, or horses. You know, legit. It was what it said it was.
Those Wagyu burgers that y'all had were, like, the best burgers ever.
Yeah, they were a blend. It was yummy.
Yeah.
Well, according to Joe, no one can tell the difference between pork and human flesh when the two are mixed together.
So I don't like pork. I'm not a pork person, so I'm okay.
During the time where he killed these two women, he was actually living in a trailer on the lot of a pallet company. Spicer's body was discovered in December 1996. And that's what led to everything else coming undone. And then a few days after the discovery of her body is when Joe actually showed police the location of Magaziner's remains.
And if he was, like, staying in a trailer at a pallet company, he's probably selling to, like, construction workers and, you know, things like that. Like when they do, like, little food pop-ups and they bring stuff out. Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. Ew is right.
Ew.
So, like I said before, he's, like, claimed that he's killed so many other people, but the reason he isn't brought up on charges on anything else is because police can't seem to gather enough evidence to be able to charge him with the other stuff he's claiming to have committed. And before his conviction in the deaths of the two women, he was actually acquitted of murdering two homeless men with an axe. Though he later said that, like, himself, that he was guilty of doing it.
Right.
So he got off on those. Now, I guess it's hard to believe whether Joe's telling the truth or not, because even during court proceedings, he tried to tell people that his mom was dead, and she wasn't. So I guess, you know, there's that mixture of which part of this guy's stuff is the truth.
Right.
And what's not real.
Right.
So
just want to know.
I guess that makes it understandable that they were having a hard time sticking anything else to him at that point.
So he killed people with a hatchet. I just want to know.
Two men.
Is he a juggalo? He was like, chop, chop, swing.
Yeah, he might be.
Did he have the juggalo tattoo?
Right. I don't know. There's no telling, because, I mean, he was in jail. He could have gotten one in there.
Maybe.
You know, they ain't got nothing else to do.
They do be a little crazy, those juggalos.
Right. I am able to see court stuff from, you know, the state versus Metheny, because he went to court for the killings of the ladies, and all of that is public record, so everybody can go look his name up.
And I wonder if he only killed women.
So it's claimed that he was killing prostitutes.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah.
And so he was saying, like, all these other victims were of the same nature.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually admits that he robbed and murdered Magaziner. And he basically agrees to plead guilty to the murder and robbery, but actually wanted a jury for his sentencing phase.
Yeah.
Hence the reason there is a whole proceeding.
Mm-hmm.
So part of his guilty plea, he signed a statement of facts. And it gets read into record. And then it's disclosed to the jury during sentence consideration. On December 15th, 1996, at about 1:40 in the morning, that's when police and the FBI task force arrest Joe in an unrelated matter to this.
Yeah, and that's what they usually do. They'll find something else to arrest them for.
Which I'm assuming was the other murder. During the course of this unrelated investigation, he gives several statements to detectives, and a review of said statements shows that he met Catherine Magaziner one night in July of 1994. He takes her to his trailer. He says he has sex with her.
Mm-hmm.
And while she's still partially clothed, he strangles her and robs her of her purse and the rest of her clothing. He then buries her in a shallow grave and then takes her belongings and buries them somewhere else. So the pallet company where he's at in Baltimore City, where he's living, is on a lot that's next to like a wooded area.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like a company like that is going to be surrounded by a big old fence. Like 8-foot high chain link fence, barbed wire top, because they don't want you stealing their pallets. There really isn't anything going on around that place at night. So, like, it's like 2 blocks away to the nearest anything. So, you know, he's got the perfect place out there alone,
he's all alone
in the night. You know, he gets arrested. And he's, you know, talking about how I guess she was like an easy target for him because she was thin. But while she was like tall, it was just like somebody he knew he could overtake.
Mm-hmm.
He admits to the police that he buries her without her clothing. And, you know, says that after the body had been buried for about 6 months, he actually went back to the burial location and dug her up to take her skull.
Ew.
But then he puts her skull in a trash box. Like, what's he doing? The box containing the skull was later removed, and it ends up in Oxford, Pennsylvania.
What?
Yeah. Now, initially, he makes an error in the location of her body.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, they do use cadaver dogs, and they find the remains.
So they're out here just trying to, like, hunt down all of these pieces of what they can find then.
Mm-hmm. Now, they were unable to find her purse or any of her clothing, even though he, like, admittedly told them, you know, I put them somewhere else.
Yeah.
But eventually, you know, her skeletal remains are found and they're taken back to the chief medical examiner. Dr. Rodriguez, who's an expert in forensic anthropology, he writes a report on February 10th, 1997, and he says, the absence of the cranium and position of the mandible and the right humerus is indicative of the remains having been disturbed prior to their excavation. In his opinion, the morphology exhibited by the mandible and the postcranial skeleton is consistent with that of an adult female, and that she was Caucasian.
Yeah.
So he was able to confirm those things by just looking. Advanced environmental weathering exhibited by the remains are suggestive of a postmortem interval of approximately 2 to 3 years. So she's been buried that long, at least that long.
In there. Wow. So he didn't use, like, all of the body parts for making pulled pork or whatever he was making.
Right. He just I guess he was selective with pieces.
Right. So I think maybe it was like the easier chopped off pieces or something, and then he
like, who knows? I mean, he could have not even chopped off whole portion, like, not like, you know, he could be, I hate to be gross, but
I know, so I'm like
you
trying to dance around it, but
skinning and cutting off meat. I don't know. But apparently he did say that he used his hands and an extension cord to strangle her.
Ew.
He said that he drug her back into the woods and buried her, and then admits to the months later returning to her body and removing her skull. And then he says initially that it was around July 3rd, 1994, because I knew the 4th of July was right around the same area when I did this.
Right.
So it had to have been within the first 2 weeks of July, is basically what he's like. This is how he's remembering.
So he kind of just pairs it around, like, what holiday? It's 4th of July. Yeah, sure. That's when I did it.
And when asked what happened with the clothes, he said, I think I buried them with the purse. And, like, literally they're asking him stuff like, what kind of shoes did she have on? What color were they? Like, things like that. Like, trying to see how many details they can get. And he's like, I'm pretty sure they were white tennis shoes. And they're like, oh, did you bury the shoes with her clothes? And he's like, yeah.
So he really wasn't even thinking about that part. He was just focused on what he was doing, all the nasty shit.
And then he's like saying, you know, like, the clothes in the purse, though, I buried those even more shallow than her body. Like, he said it wasn't even really like burying him. It was like I kind of just kicked dirt.
Just covering them up. Yeah. Like, oh, nobody's going to really notice those.
And then he's like, I don't really have any real reason for why I did it. He's like, call it what you want. I had no real excuse why, other than I like to do it.
So he just liked to kill people and eat them.
Because he got a high from it.
Ugh. That's so gross.
Obviously, the trial judge instructs the jury on how the death penalty works. And he says, before a death sentence can be considered, the first-degree murder must have been accompanied by the aggravating circumstance that's alleged by the state. Now, the only aggravating circumstance which you may consider is like the robbery allegedly committed during the commission or attempting to commit the first-degree murder of Kathy. That has to be the only thing that they're, like, even though there's other extenuating circumstances with her murder that were, you know, explained in court by the prosecutors, they're not allowed to use that as part of the consideration for the first-degree murder sentencing. So basically, an intent to kill is necessary for first-degree murder, and the intent to permanently deprive the person of the property is an element of offense to the robbery. So basically, like, trying to take her stuff first, initially, is what makes it aggravated when then he takes her life. So they're instructed to keep that in mind. And then, like, they're told, you know, you don't have to consider motive. Like, that's not part of that. So the state has already proven beyond a reasonable doubt. So your job is solely deciding what his sentence is going to be.
Right. And to me, I mean, even hearing any of that, that's an automatic, like, not just guilty, but, you know, it's disgusting. Like, how would you, I know law books have certain laws set aside for certain things. Do they have things set aside for cannibalism? Like, how would you frame that? Not as just murder, but like ingestion of a corpse.
Yeah, I don't.
There's so many weird, like, legal terms, but like, what is that?
What do you get charged with for, like, feeding it to other people?
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to say. Like, I'm trying to, like, think about it. Like, what would you, you know, get charged with? I don't know. We'll have to look that up.
Like, is there anything?
I mean, murder, cannibalism, ingestion of corpse, feeding it to other people. Like, I don't know. There's so many weird things in this case.
Right. So during his serving of 2 life sentences for the for kidnapping and sexual assault and murder, Metheny dies. He's just found unresponsive in his cell at Western Correction Institute in Cumberland.
How unfortunate for him.
Yeah. In 2017. So he's gone.
Yeah.
Of course, it always says his death is under investigation. Was there anything to come of it stating what his cause of death was?
Right. Was somebody in jail did it? Was it suicide? Yeah. Well, he didn't have anybody to eat in there, I guess. So maybe he starved to death.
Right. Hunger strike. But I feel like it was just probably natural causes.
More than likely, yeah.
So I don't think that if there was anything, if there was something obvious, like he got beat to death or something like that, maybe that would be something to look into, but I don't really feel like they had much to check out. But, yeah. There really wasn't anything in court proceedings that said he did anything, like, as far as cannibal-like nature to Magaziner. I don't know if he did anything to Spicer in that manner, but, you know, he claims what he claims. So I'm just like, was Joe really a cannibal? Did he really feed people other people?
Yuck.
Will we ever truly know?
Will you ever eat another pulled pork sandwich from one of those, roadside
stands? No.
No.
So we're ranking pulled pork sandwiches up there with beef jerky.
Yep.
It's just not going to happen.
Not happening. Mm-mm.
Now, I am personally sensitive to pork. It causes my blood pressure to go up, so I try not to.
Yeah. Well, it's so salty, and
get into it.
Occasionally I'll eat bacon and stuff, or maybe a little bit of ham, but anything else, I don't really like pork at all.
So yeah, I'm just kind of grossed out by the idea that somebody like unknowingly. It's much like your sausage.
Oh yeah, the sausage ghost. Sausage man.
I mean, it's basically what he was doing, right? Was like,
but then you go into the
feeding
whole
his wife into
the Sweeney Todd thing, because the demon barber of Fleet Street.
It's not bad enough that you're eating it yourself. You're going to feed it to other people. Like, what do you get out of that? I guess it's just the idea that you know something they don't know.
Right. And then exciting? You're like, I'm disposing of all of this and nobody knows, but it's the tastiest thing around.
Right.
Blech.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
So no lunch for me today. Yeah. And you're welcome that this didn't come out before 4th of July.
Right.
While you're all out there eating hamburgers, hot dogs, and pulled pork sandwiches.
And if you want us to ruin another type of food for you,
please
do like Jay and
email
make a
us
suggestion
at holdmysweetteapodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
Yes. Speaking of which, we got an email. I don't know if you saw it. Somebody doing a a show on TV.
Oh, okay.
About a 2022 New Orleans crime that they're looking for people to talk about it in said film. So check our email, Holly.
Yeah, I will. Sorry. It's summer and, we get a little busy here at work.
Do we respond? Should we be on TV? I don't know. I need more details.
Right.
So.
Lots more details.
But it would definitely put us on some maps, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Then everybody will be listening and complaining about our giggles.
Yeah.
But apparently they did listen to our podcast before emailing us, so
yeah.
Obviously we weren't too offensive to them.
Yeah. Thanks for the listen, at least.
Yeah, for sure. So, also, if you have a Sweet Tea After Dark story you'd like to share, send that as well. Again, that email address is holdmysweetteapodcast@gmail.com, or you can message us on any platform we are on, like where you're listening, where you're social media-ing.
Yes. Where you're doing all the things, because everybody's connected. Even Patty Salzetta.
Yeah, who made our wonderful theme music.
That's right. She is always connected.
And you're welcome to go follow her. She has musical things going on, the Wonderkind band, but she's also in the Orphan Annie band.
Yep.
So
she's like, can't stop, won't stop.
That's right. Shouldn't stop.
Shouldn't ever stop.
So there you go. All the suggestions.
I remember standing in a bar one time and she was like doing like the little rap part of Nicki Minaj. And she's like, does it sound good? We're like, yes.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, I'm going to do that.
Yes.
Because she's like trying to practice it before she got up there.
Or when we haven't seen her in forever and I show up somewhere where she is and she stops mid-song and yells my name.
Right.
See, we care about you because we yell your name every time we end an episode.
Exactly. But like Pearl said, send us some suggestions. Little things that we can look into, or Sweet Tea After Dark if you have your own story. Not if you've cannibalized somebody.
Yeah, please don't send us that. I don't really.
We don't want to have to turn you into the police, but Send us some interesting things.
If a friend of a friend of a friend went to jail for it. Cool.
Yes, we want to know.
You can share that.
Yep. And as always, Hold My Sweet Tea is a Drunken Bee production.
Bzzzt.
And you guys remember to stay safe out there. Stay away from
9-inch
the
nails.
sketchy 9-inch nails. The sketchy roadside stands.
Because they want to eat you like a cannibal.
Yes. They want to
feel you on their insides.
Yes. I wonder if women taste better than men.
I don't know.
Any cannibals out there, let us know.
Oh my God.
And as always.
No, please don't.
Just because we're dipping doesn't mean you can't keep sipping.
Bye.